All right, so your underlying energy is the Five of Pentacles. Underneath that is the Three of Swords. Okay, so I understand why this Five of Wands is the reason why you guys came together. You guys are both fighting love, fighting it, like trying to get, you're not necessarily trying to get away from it, but it's very hard for you guys to see eye to eye. Now, the Lovers in itself is a soulmate card, but the sole focus is about love. Challenge is about choosing love over trying to not choose love. Now, the situation is this, right? For this person over here, and you guys, if the Seven of Pentacles is the mentality, the mindset in which you're engaging in this relationship. There's a little bit of this feeling of all this work going into it, and not a lot of goodness coming out of it. Like, or not necessarily the case, right? Because beforehand you had the Six of Pentacles, so things were kind of balanced. But the Seven of Pentacles is kind of the card of frustration and slight impatience, due to the amount of work that's been put in, and it's still not being at the peak of the relationship or the commitment that you want. So this person, maybe put in a lot of work. Obviously, you come a long way. The Seven of Pentacles, that's a long step, especially when it comes to Pentacles anyway. It's a long process. It's slow. It takes some time. So the fact that you have this here as your mind is like, that means that you have come a great deal ways. But it still isn't at the peak of which you want it. You're not at the 10, and you're kind of looking at the situation with a bit of a doubtful glance. So I do get the sense that, somebody here, if this is not you, somebody is feeling very impatient regarding how this development is going. Not really seeing the work that's already been put in, the progress has been made, but seeing that they're not at the peak yet. They're not at where they want to be. There's a lot of focusing on, how much work I got to put in to get to where I want to be, rather than just, focusing on continuously building this relationship. Now, the other person here is got the World, so they're going through a serious change or just some serious transition. They feel good though. Ultimately, this is a World card, so this is Saturn giving back. This is a really good card, happiness card in a way, because this person is definitely graduating or moving up, or not necessarily moving up in a higher place of commitment, but they're really trying. They're adjusting. They're changing. This is after this, that's the World, they start over. They start a new beginning. And I feel that this person has gotten a success, some sort of success in their lives, and they're happy about that. They're really happy about this success. Or if this is not happiness, this is definitely reaping the rewards of the work that they've been putting in throughout the cycle. This does lead us to the body aspect of it, or the physical representation of what each person is seeing for each other. Now, this person is definitely hopeful. This person is definitely hopeful, starting a new beginning. This is someone that's restarting, starting something new. And they have a star here. The star here is the representation of their aspirations, what they're going for, what they believe, they're believing, or what they believe that they can obtain. And they're giving back. They're putting in the work. They're really focused on building something new. Totally awesome here. I like this energy. Well, this person over here feels like they've gotten to a place of foundation already, and they're looking to expand. This is a good place to be in itself, right? This is showing that you've reached a high place of commitment. This is a good establishment. But of course, right, you don't stay here. There's more to build off of. And I feel like since this person's kind of already feeling kind of like they've been at maybe the Four of Wands for quite some time, that this is like, a lot more work ahead, and that's just still in a way. It can give a kind of a bit of a bit of a twist to it, to say the very least, with the Four of Wands. This person may be seeing that, okay, even though we're at a good place, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I wanted to settle down. And I feel like this Four of Wands here, even though it's a good place, and I think this person knows it, they're in a good place too, and they're in a place of celebration, but I think they're kind of ready to move on. They're ready to move forward. Because, they're ready to get what they want, rather than just kind of feeling like sitting ducks with this Four of Wands here. Now, the reason why this individual is feeling the way they do, acting the way they do, is because of this Page of Pentacles, rather. The Page of Pentacles is an offer of something long-term, something stable, something secure. Now, I feel like for some of you guys, somebody may offer somebody something that perhaps is great in value. And maybe this person maybe associated this as something more. because somebody feels left out in the cold. The whole underlying energy is showing the Five of Pentacles. Okay, and the Three of Swords is indicating here definitely that there's some sort of old issues, some old pains, maybe even past disappointments as well. But there's something that's kind of like that has been affecting the heart in some way, affecting someone's feelings. It's affecting, someone's, ability to heal at this moment, because, there's no progress, or there's progress, but it's a struggle to get to where each person wants to be. There's something lacking in this connection. Now, just because somebody may have offered something here, I feel like there may have been an assumption of taking it to a bigger level than the Four of Wands. And I feel like this person is getting impatient with the progress of where this where this idea was meant to be, even though it was just a small, it's not like the Ace of Pentacles, but it's definitely something that was probably gesturing to make something else, gesturing towards something bigger, but it's not there yet. You get what I'm saying? It's not at the peak yet. And there's a bit of work to do. There's a bit more to go by. And there's a little more patience that's required to this. And a lot of focusing on the connection, on the relationship, on the work that needs to be done within this relationship, rather than where they're trying to get to, and, how long they've been working at it. I feel like it's just, the reason why is that they want something more. They want something more, a more offer that's going to be more secure than just a relationship that they've been, grooming for some time. But this individual here, as their foundation, they have the Queen of Pentacles. So in a way, they feel like they're 100% foot in and ready to go. They're committed. The Queen of Pentacles, they see this, perhaps see the person as someone that's, stable, solid, someone that can truly rely on. The Queen of Pentacles coming up here, as well as their foundation, I really do feel like they are working very hard. They are coming from a place of stability, a readiness to, to stabilize and settle down and really kind of build a future together. But the difference is that there's like a disconnect. With the separation card here, I feel like this is definitely talking about a disconnect. Somebody doesn't see that as the same way. I feel like this person already feels very committed and very good about where they are. And this person's wants more than what they're getting here, right? They think this person is just, they're both, I feel like the separation is this, like they both feel like they're struggling to kind of understand each other, to supply each other with what they both need. Because I feel like even though this person is starting a new beginning, adapting to this new world that they just started here, this person is coming from a place of stability, independence, doing everything on their own. Because the Queen of Pentacles is someone that's solo. She can do it on her own. She don't need no man. But the thing is, right, even this could be, like I said, guys, as I always say in all my readings, just because the Queen comes up doesn't mean that you have to be a woman or a man, right? If there's a king, you can be whoever. But aside from that, this, I feel like this person may be thinking that, as well as just because it's just as exciting to start something new, as well as it is believing that wherever they go may be a little bit out of reach because they always have to do it alone. And maybe this person is very confident in themselves and their own independence, but they're taking a new leap of faith here. They're taking they're going in a new direction, and it requires faith. Okay, and I feel like that's the thing. They may have to have faith. This person here may have to have faith if they don't have faith already in the other person, that they'll get to where they want to be, rather than believing that this person they'll get to where they want to be because they do it on their own. So I feel like that's what brings them together is this conflict, this struggle, this fight to get to some sort of solid ground, some sort of even keel tension sort of thing. Because the situation here with the Five of Pentacles and Five of Wands is somebody feels left out in the cold and there's a struggle to get to some sort of equilibrium. But the situation is this: the Lovers is the challenge here, which is pretty much very similar to the Whispers of Love's choose love situation, or the only thing that is real is love, because everybody's looking to get to some sort of outcome, but with the relationship. But the relationship isn't the thing that's in jeopardy. The relationship isn't at jeopardy, really. Well, it is at jeopardy because everybody's focusing on the outside of it. There's no cups. There's nothing regarding love. or emotions is all about a certain outcome. And here, the connection is here, I feel. That doesn't necessarily judge. It's more of recognizing and focusing back to love. Focusing on the love itself. On what brought these two individuals together in the first place, which is love. Not the where they can take each other. What the status is, what putting a ring on it. That's not necessarily the case. But, it may be different for everyone, Let me go ahead and pull you guys your whispers of love. Let's wrap up this reading here. Listen with your heart. You are listening to what is being said to you, but need to listen with a loving heart. All right. That's what I'm saying. Heart over matter. Okay? And I feel like the matter right now is taking control. The physical stuff is taking control. And the only reason why there's a struggle within this connection is because the relationship here is, because where the relationship is, or what it looks like, or where it's been going, it's in a good space. But it's not where everyone wants to be. And it's not like it's going to settle here. I don't think anybody's looking to settle, especially not with this individual here. This person's looking to start something new and ready to and putting work into it now to make it happen. But nobody's getting this settling energy. And I feel like this belief of no progress being made has to kind of develop some sort of separation between individuals, between the both of you. Like maybe there's even a distance here as well. That's what's causing this sort of rupture in this relationship in a way. Like I feel like there's a lot of work that's put into it. Somebody's feeling like they're not sure if this is worth it if they're not there, if not physically in the same vicinity, right? Because the two here are tangible. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. But the situation is this. I feel like there may be some sort of distance, international distance here. And the separation is the reason why this is feeling like there's something lacking. Physical or support-wise, something going on. But this separation, whether it's in spirit, in body, mind, or body, or physically distant, I feel like the focus is always going to have to be to how you feel and what you love, and kind of keeping that going, versus where you guys are, what you guys are doing, and where you guys are going to be moving to. Where's the next step? Because if you're always looking at what's the next step, you're not truly in the relationship. You're looking at where you can get, where you can get to. And I'm not thinking, and of course, when I say this, please understand, this is not me saying that you guys are looking to be in a relationship just to get something out of it. No, but it is, it can be like a bit of it can be a conundrum when there's always a kind of a fight or some sort of struggle to get to some sort of outcome, some sort of goal with the relationship instead of just focusing on the relationship itself. You guys, and it only to kind of make sure that there's some sort of security. Not, like I said, not to, get something out of it, because I think both of you obviously love each other. But you don't need anything physically tying you guys together to be in love. You can love each other from a distance without something physically there tying you both together, concreting you both together to be in love. Love is there and it's going to always be there. You just have to allow that to happen instead of allowing the world around you or even the status of something, or or some sort of commitment of something physical and real to really keep you from being able to love somebody without all that.